Welcome back to the session. Please put down that tobacco. You don't need to smoke that garbage no more. Go ahead and get you some raw papers and it will change your life for the better. Yeah, let's get into it. We got 29 days left. It sounds crazy even saying it. 29 days left. That means there's only 20 something days left. Before you know it, the pre-sale is going to be over and done with. Never again. 29 days left in the pre-sale. Like I said in the last video, if you haven't got into Bitcoin Lithium by now during the pre-sale, you probably won't get in during the pre-sale. You know, you're probably going to have to catch it when it hits market, when it hits your centralized exchange, when it hits your decentralized exchange. That's when you're most likely going to tap in. You're going to be hearing all the success stories about, you know, people who invested in this carbon credit turn crypto real world asset Bitcoin Lithium. You're going to hear about all the people who, you know, done made 10x, 100x, 1000x on their money, and then you're going to try to jump in and buy you some Bitcoin Lithium. But guess what? Now you're going to be waiting. You're going to be holding for the long term, waiting for that price to potentially go to $30, potentially $100, potentially, you know, $1,000. You're going to have to wait for that. But the folks who got in at 5 cents, they're going to be eating when that token hits over $1. You know, we're going to be eating. On top of that, all the rewards and giveaways and airdrops that, you know, happened during the pre-sale, that, you know, to get those tokens, you had to participate in the pre-sale, whether that be participating in the rewards program or, you know, taking that early step into getting some tokens during the pre-sale and then staking those tokens. Because when you stake your tokens, we know, guess what? You get rewards. They're giving you tokens back. And I think it's crazy, you know. They're basically giving out free money, but not everybody is, you know, in tune or trying to tap in. And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? They have a great cause on what they're trying to do. The roadmap looks excellent, you know. Renewable, clean, green energy, you know, the microgrids in Africa, solar panels in Asia, like cutting out the use of all the, you know, the oil and gas, you know what I'm saying? It does good for the environment, right? It stops pollution, you know. And what does pollution do? Pollution fucks up your ecosystem, fucks up your oceans, your rivers, your lakes. You know, it fucks up the air quality, you know. You want to be breathing in some good air, especially while you're smoking this, you know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you want to go green? Bitcoin Lithium is going green. You know, it's a big opportunity with Bitcoin Lithium, especially if you got over 6 figures worth of tokens. You know what I'm saying? To get back, you know, 1,000 tokens a day in rewards is insanity. Because if that price is anywhere 50 cents up, you know, that's $500 up a day being made. That's good cheese, bro. That's good cheese. And I don't think people really understand, you know, what people have a chance at, the vehicle they have a chance at right now. But you know what I'm saying? It's okay, you know, everybody not gonna participate. Everybody not gonna participate, and that's all right, because, you know, those who know, you know what I'm saying, y'all gonna reap the reward. Those who are hard-headed and, you know, not even necessarily quote-unquote hard-headed, those who procrastinate, you know, those who are lazy, you're not gonna get the worm, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna reap those benefits. You're not gonna do the things that you wanna do because you're too consistent with being lazy, procrastinating, and not taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? You knew you were supposed to get in those positions within Bitcoin Lithium so that you could change the situation. But everybody not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all on you. We got 29 days left in this pre-sale. you know, before we hit Q2. What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna lock in? You know? Are you going to lock in? You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, these videos should just be motivation. Motivation for you to, you know, go get it, make it happen, and do what you need to do to get to the next level. You know, I just like to reiterate the calls on, you know, going out there and purchasing your Bitcoin Lithium, because, you know, you never know. You never know what that price can get to, but the fact that they have the staking option just means that they're passing out free money for being involved, you know. Who wouldn't want free money? They're literally giving out free money just for being involved. You know, so that's the dope thing about that, you know what I'm saying? One day, you know, one day maybe y'all will tap in with Bitcoin Lithium, but, you know, that's really up to y'all. Don't make no difference to me. You know what I'm saying? It did just start raining out here, so damn near finna stop this video in a second, but this is the session, so I gotta remind some of y'all, because some of y'all attention spans aren't all the way there. Please put down the tobacco. You don't need the tobacco. You just need to, you know, lock in, get you some raw papers, do what you need to do. This motherfucker out here got the lawnmower on the goddamn pavement, cement. But it's like, what you doing, bruh? But hey, you know what I'm saying? It's time to lock in. Like, it's raining out here and hella wet. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you good. Hey, you know, at least, bro, you know, apologize. So it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's good. But hey, it's all right though. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. He out here doing his job in the rain, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think, you know, I think grass is best cut when it's dry. That's just my opinion. But, you know, you can't really, it is what it is. You know, bro, like, my fault, bro, for the noise. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even say nothing to him because I ain't even talking loud, and that lawnmower loud as shit. So I know he didn't hear me. Bro was just being considerate, and I respect that. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, bro, at that point. You know what I'm saying? So, that's my fault, you know what I'm saying? It's good though, bro. You know, Bitcoin Lithium, 29 days left. This is the last day in March, so basically, that puts us at about April 30th. You know, release date April 30th, and obviously it might not hit your exchange that day, but it'll be pretty close. You know, if your exchange, your centralized or decentralized exchange, if you're not whichever app you use or whatever, if yours didn't get the listing, then you may have to wait till Q3, or you know what I'm saying, you may just have to use a different wallet that's connected to the, you know, the exchange. But yeah, you probably have to buy with that wallet though too, though, for, you know, it to hit, you know. But if you're using like Coinbase wallet, you know, because it's hitting the top tier 1 exchanges first, so I would assume Coinbase wallet, you know, is going to get the first listing. So, you know, April 30th. So, you know, that is something to look out for. So, Your release date could be Q2 or it could be Q3, but the coin goes live April 30th. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a good thing though, because if you are on an exchange that doesn't come out first on your decentralized or centralized exchange, then you're just holding for a longer period, and the price is most likely only going to go up. So either way, it's still looking good for you. It's most likely still looking good for you. But once the coin goes live, you may be able to, see it on any exchange, but you might not be able to purchase it on every exchange. Like, that's what they possibly could mean too. Like, so it's like some analyzing and studying will definitely be done when the coin gets released. We are still in pre-sale, so, we can only analyze and do so much right now. And I have never been the one to, analyze and break down a crypto token or coin for that long. But, day by day, we've been, talking about the Bitcoin Lithium continuously, looking at the website, figuring out what's going on, things like that. And so, I got a good feeling about this token. Everything checks out. There no suspicious activity. Everything just looks good. Everything just looks solid. And I think it's going to do some amazing things. I believe it's going to do some amazing things because, people don't have their, they had their chances with the meme coins and on Bitcoin, original Bitcoin, when original Bitcoin first came out, people had opportunities and some people didn't capitalize and some did. And those who did capitalize, they're rich as hell. So what I'm saying is the roadmap website, everything that Bitcoin Lithium is offering, it looks better than Bitcoin, and we see what Bitcoin's price is, but obviously Bitcoin is the OG, Bitcoin is what started it all. So to beat that price, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But will this coin do numbers? Abso-fucking-lutely it will. Absolutely, this coin will do numbers. It's starting to really rain now. But, this coin will most definitely do numbers, bro. Bitcoin Cash, I got to $9,500. What the fuck does Bitcoin Cash have on Bitcoin Lithium? When you just, when you're looking at the white paper, the auto report, the tokenomics, everything about, what's going on, the cause, Bitcoin Lithium is blowing that shit out the water. It's really sprinkling out here. And we under this tree though, so we're not really catching all the little sprinkling. It's just sprinkling a little bit. But yeah, so this token, with everything that it is talking about, from the real world asset it is, to having real world utility, like real utility that, that's being used every day, that's basically like a necessity type shit, like utility that, keep your entertainment on, allows people to be creative and, make content, create different things, you know what I'm saying? Like the lithium battery in your iPhone, or, you know what I'm saying? Everything that you want to do to entertain yourselves, you know, takes what, you know, a battery, you know, if it's battery powered, or, you know, if you have to turn it on, you know, you have to power it on, you know what I'm saying? Unless you plugging it in, unless it's just a straight plug in, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, this shit has a lithium battery. And the fact that Bitcoin Lithium is funding all the new mining and everything that has to do with lithium, I think this, you can just say off rip, all right, yeah, this coin's a sleeper. Like, you'd be foolish, you know, to think this coin don't do over $1. Like, come on now, that's chump change, like, for this token. I believe this token could do some real work. Excuse me. I believe this token could do some real shit. And y'all gonna see it, you know? Y'all gonna see it. So with that being said, I'm gonna tap in with y'all.